Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, the CIAC Championship t-shirts are on sale. Each shirt features the names of the athletes on the back of the shirt. We have hats, quarter zips, joggers, and more. Be sure to get your souvenir from today's game. They're being sold underneath the white tent near the southern gate. Also, there is a concession stand set up just above the southern goal. afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 49th Annual Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference Field Hockey Tournament. Today, teams from the small, medium, and large class schools will be competing for the state's highest award in field hockey. It is a credit to both the players and coaches to have advanced to the final games being played here today. Congratulations and good luck to both teams and their coaches. The CIAC sponsors these games today, and they would like to remind all fans and spectators that banners and noisemakers are prohibited and that the highest level of sportsmanship is to be displayed at all times to all players, coaches, officials, and spectators. We would also like to extend a special thanks to Mike Maltesi, the athletic director at Wethersfield High School, and his staff for allowing us to use their wonderful facility today. Our Class L contest today is between the first-ranked New Canaan High School and the 11th-ranked Wilton High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, these starting lineups for today's game. For the 11th-ranked Wilton High School, number 2, Nola Ryder. Number 3, Natasha Ring. Number 4, Charlotte Casaraghi. Number 5, Samantha Slough. Number 6, Amelia Abud. Number 10, Elizabeth Kendra. Number 13, Hannah Fitzgerald. Number 17, Megan Haney. Number 19, Ashley Masterson. Number 20, Abigail. And number 99, Eva Filippani. Wilton is led by head coach Leon Kerr, assisted by Erica Wixt. And now for your first-ranked New Canaan High School. Number 2, Carolyn Barron. Number 4, Shauna Ferrero. Number 5, Molly Reed. Number 7, Rachel Gillio. Number 8, Izzy Shu. Number 10, Jane Holland. Number 12, Kira Cooney. Number 13, Zoe Bennett. Number 23, Molly Mitchell. Number 25, Polly Parsons Hills. And number 33, Grace Gilman. New Canaan is led by head coach Mary Claire Schnedeker, assisted by Megan Cunningham and Deanna Sillo. The officials for today's game are Laura Perro, Kevin Kinney, and the alternate official is Jen Holland. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
you could join us here. Once again, my name is Jimmie Clark. Alongside me,
I'm Donna Vavrinec.
and we are getting ready to bring you the second set of 3 scheduled games on the docket in the small town of Wethersfield, Connecticut. You know, it's such a beautiful time in Connecticut, by the way. You can see on the offset of the cameras the foliage changing. It really kind of sets the scene for a truly incredible battle we're about to see. An underdog and a perennial powerhouse. Let's set the stage for you. As you've said before, a very competitive CIAC league. You get number 1 New Canaan. These guys beat Norwalk, Greenwich, Glastonbury, all to get here to play against Wilton today. Wilton had a different road. New Canaan went 16-0, the only undefeated team, I believe, to be in the finale today. I think there's no other undefeateds in any other final.
They're the only one. Yeah, this game is a battle of 2 giants from the FCIAC. They know each other well. They play each other during the regular season. I'm sure that we all on each other, so it'll be interesting to see what matchups we have here today.
You see again, New Canaan, number 1 in Class L, undefeated. And you get a look at the opponents in, I guess, Tar Heel blue. You get the Wilton Warriors, number 11, the true underdogs of this tournament. Who doesn't love an underdog story? 9-3-4-0. These two played in the regular season. When they met, it was October 1st, 6-0. New Canaan took the first set, but up until then, Wilton beat Staples 1-0, beat Hall, a giant 3-0, beat number 2 Darien 1-0 by a 3-2 score in a shootout in the semifinals. And now these two are set up for a second meeting of the year. And funnily enough, if we look back, I believe to 2003, both teams were in Class M. New Canaan and Wilton met in the finals. This is a round 2 in Class L this time. That game was won by New Canaan 2-1. Will lightning strike twice, or can Wilton rewrite the history books as New Canaan works along the sideline?
Well, I think Wilton came into this game knowing that they've already beaten Darien, so they're not faint of heart. I'll let you know right now. They work hard. All season long, and we're going to see some great hockey here, just as we did in our previous game.
Off the pass back, which I believe was taken by Wilton as they start the game again. The away team number 11 and number 1. Canaan in the white and red, Wilton in the dark blue and Tar Heel blue with white trim on the lettering. The Rams and the Warriors over the end line here on a slightly colder Saturday morning here from the Nutmeg State here on the NFHS network. The earlier game, the morning set, we got to see was Wethersfield and Guilford. Guilford cemented themselves as now 3-time defending champs with their 4-0 Wethersfield, a scoring line that doesn't accurately depict that game in any way. As this is a big breakaway opportunity, but the Wilton keeper will chip forward too high though to get by the corner. These are the real heavyweights of the CIAC. Again, New Canaan trying to avoid their first loss of the year overall. And here it comes, opportunity to goal early. Ball is knocked loose. The keeper keeps it out. What a solid defensive effort. They're not done yet. Wilton now on the run. And the Warriors nearly take the ball outside the 30. They'll pass it backwards. And we know that I carry a little insight for that Wethersfield-Guilford game, and I know you carry a lot of insight for this New Canaan-Wilton game. What do you have for both teams as this ball rolls across the end?
I think we're going to see both teams right now trying to feel each other out for the first 2 minutes of this game. Both of the teams are very aggressive, playing small ball, small passes, trying to set up the field, trying to set up the play to break through.
second appearance in the Class L finale. They reached Class L before New Canaan did year 2015 when they beat Cheshire 1-0 in overtime. Those are the last times both of these teams made the championship again. Last time they faced off, they were both Class M. It was the year 2003, and New Canaan came away with a slim margin of victory. And now that we see it repeat itself only in Class M, New Canaan looking to try and do the same. We've got about 11 minutes to play in this first quarter. Picked up by the New Canaan Rams. And it'll be taken by Wilton. Whistle blows. Numbers 3 and number 8. Number 8, Isabel Shute, and number 3, Natasha Reed. The Wilton Warriors. As New Canaan's number 25, Kylie Parsons Hill. Oh, here comes a breakaway. Oh, whistle blows. Wilton will retain possession.
You can see Wilton's already game plan. They're going to keep 2 girls back on offense, get the ball out to them, and try to have that quick drive into the circle for that quick score. New Canaan being pretty quick on defense, came back and stopped that attack.
And what I do know is that they're playing a little bit more like a soccer team. They're playing that ball long from the back of the field up into the front. They're making those long full field passes when they need to jolt those offensive opportunities. And how often do you think they're going to continue to do that to generate offensive chances in this contest?
That is the play that you see with most of the teams down in that area. They use that kind of scheme to where they pass it back, change fields, take a look at what the defense is giving them, and then move forward. Yes, like a soccer game. They're very quick to go. They don't waste any time setting up.
New Canaan inside the zone once again, almost like a bolt of lightning coming from beyond the field. Wilton to get it back quickly though. And as he said, these guys are wasting absolutely no time, quick to get the ball rolling. And especially when you're playing on turf, that really speeds up the game. Number 5 there, ooh, a little hit to number 15 by Wilton. Hannah Fitzgerald, Polly Parsons Hills, who I believe had it. Anyways, Reed, she'll pass it up this time to Rachel Gila.
Let's go, Polly!
See these two teams, Wilton jumped the gun right there on a ball that was ready from Canaan. These guys are jumpy, they're anxious. It's only the first few minutes of a championship game. And when you look at the tournament, you see a team like Wilton and a team like Canaan, you think this is going to be a no contest. But the way the tournament has played out, it's truly anyone's game. You can beat a team like Darien as that big of an underdog. You can really do anything in this tournament. I got faith. Wilton is going to make New Canaan sweat a lot tonight. It's going to be close.
I am not biting on that at all, because I think this is going to be one of those games that's going to be hard fought from the very beginning to the very end. A lot of experience out here by these players. I wouldn't want to call it. Just too soon in the whole game.
Well, I'm not calling it, so to speak, but I am saying this is going to be a hard-fought game. It's going to be tight for most of it. Molly Reed takes the ball. 7:20 to go in the first quarter, and just in the first few minutes, they'll pass it backwards now. Over towards number 7, Gilo, one of the captains of this New Canaan Rams squad, up to Parsons Hills. Now over number 11, Catherine Haddad. 13 on the ball. That is Zoe Bennett. New Canaan will bring it back just beyond the 25 to the 26, playing it in. Again, these guys playing very hard offensively, but we've seen some defensive moments from both goalkeepers so far in New Canaan.
She wasn't able to look up. She had a player all the way up the field at the 20-yard line.
go here in the first quarter. Nice pass, but intercepted by number 8, who struggled to get a handle on it. That was Isabel Shute. Here comes New Canaan, up the wing. They gain the zone, into the circle, cleared out. Back over to number 13, that's Bennett. And taken back by Wilton. Wilton moves it forward, and again, that long, full field pass, that college-style pass. They split the legs of a defender, but not for long, as there was backup for the Rams. Taken back by Wilton, they played immediately off the whistle. Number 13 for the Wilton Warriors, that being Hannah Fitzgerald. They work it, now far sideline. Whistle blows, Wilton ball again, number 6 all over it. That's Amelia Booth. Played into the circle from the center, on a chance, denied. The rebound, shot, way out onto the hill. That was by Nola Ryder, number 2, from the edge of the circle. That was that was a laser.
It's a rocket, sure.
5:18 to go in the first quarter, and this is already shaping up to be an intense one. New Canaan bringing the ball out and around. They played off the foot of a Wilton player inadvertently, and it retains possession for the Rams. Once again, Polly Parsons-Hills takes it from the 25. Works it, big cross pass to number 5. Now out towards number 8, that being Shue. That was number 5, Molly Reed, who was there. Number 3 will take this, will be Natasha Ring. Nope, they'll get it back over to Amelia Aboud. Again, the Fairfield County Interscholastic Athletic Conference for the FCIAC. And, it's not something I heard of every day from being up here in Central Connecticut. I was always confused on the naming, and you've actually cleared that up for me today.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
Insight to the games, insight to the conference names. We got an encyclopedia of knowledge here today with us, as New Canaan tries to bring it forward with 4 minutes to go.
You're seeing two teams that are really evenly matched out here today. It's going to be a matter of who's going to be the last woman standing, I think. Both play a little bit more physical game, but not anything that the officials are not already controlling with their quick whistles and making sure that the player's safety is paramount here.
And it looks like almost a little contact, trying to split the defenders back there is Wilton. New Canaan back up the field. We haven't seen too many shots here. A lot of the ball is being stopped by around that 20-yard line before they can get to the circle. That's some good defensive play.
It's a lot of midfield play between these two teams.
Almost akin to that of the neutral zone. If one were watching ice hockey, and New Canaan brings it back in off the whistle. 3:05 to go in the first quarter of action. Number 11, Catherine Haddad, bringing it up. That side into the circle. Ball goes a little high. Corner is awarded to New Canaan. I'm picking up the rules now.
Okay, you're doing a great job. Was that our first corner of the game?
I believe so.
No, our second. I remember now because they had their recruiting masks on.
Well, if we remember now, we know that it isn't number 25 of the game.
And that's just a little side information because there were 25 in our last game.
Yeah, Guilford putting up 25 corners in that game against Wethersfield. New Canaan on just their second today. Takes a shot. Ooh, rifles off a wall of bodies, including a New Canaan player. They will receive another corner out of it, though, and they don the face masks.
The ball was hit across the ground, but it rolled up a stick of a Wilton girl, which made it to go, which caused the height of that ball, which caused that corner to be called. Coach wanted it to be dangerous from the hit, but it wasn't dangerous from the hit. It was dangerous from the
So now, brought back in. New Canaan takes a shot. Up in front. The defense. Another corner. And everyone tripping over number 99, Ava Filipponi. or Eva Filipponi for that block there. And a save it was. And we saw this in that first game of the morning where you had a player behind the netminder in the cage really out there making those saves with the goalie. It's a big defensive boost.
Well, it allows the goalie to feel safe, like I can go and get. So if I can go and get because I have somebody behind me, it kind of opens up the field for me as a keeper to go and say, okay.
Oh, whistle blows before they can get the shot off.
The ball rolled behind her stick on the backside of the stick. Good call by that official. He was right on top of that.
And so with that, with under a minute to play in the first quarter, wow, this one went by quick. As we're just about 40 seconds from intermission. The whistle blows, goes back to New Canaan. And we're seeing in the latter part of this first quarter, New Canaan is controlling more so the possession time than Wilton as the game gets moving. Do you think that's a case of maybe being jittery? You know this team took down your big rival, Darien, who is the number 2 ranked team in the tournament. Maybe you're a little nervous going into it?
You know what? I think that what you're seeing is who New Canaan really is. They're kind of a team that passes the ball back, uses triangle passing, to the middle, to the corner, and making the defense move and creating those openings. And I think now, there's our quarter. And I think you'll see what adjustments they make at the end of this first quarter.
Well, we are one intermission, 1 quarter through the game. Tonight's game being brought to you by Liberty Bank and by Buffalo Wild Wings, official partners of the CIAC, and bringing you all the tournament action like us here on NFHS Network. So we saw Wilton come in again. They're the big dark horse candidate. They've played these guys before in the season. 6-0, not an easy score to achieve in field hockey, no matter who you play. But do you think Wilton has learned big time from that kind of experience, and they're putting that knowledge to use in that first quarter?
I think Wilton came in here with just the perfect attitude. You know what? Nobody knows us. Nobody had, we weren't ranked number 2. We weren't ranked number 3. We were ranked what? Number 11. So we have nothing to lose. So 11 versus a 1. All the expectations to win is on our number 1 team. Our number 11 team they don't have that same expectations, but they have that same goal. When they can go out and beat a number 2 team, you know what their goal is. Their goal is to be that overall championship of the L division.
And I mean, a team with nothing to lose, like a team without that high ranking, that's the most dangerous team you can possibly play. They don't have that expectation of we need to go out there and we need to perform to a certain bar. They're playing for the bar of surviving the tournament, and so far they're clearing that bar, and they're playing very well against a very experienced New Canaan Rams team.
The more you beat teams that have a higher ranking, the more confidence you end up gaining. So for them, they're riding on a high confidence level right now. And then the same thing for New Canaan. New Canaan, I've seen them throughout the season, and they come to play every single game. There is no letdown of their bar at all. So this is going to be, again, as I said before, an exciting game to the finish.
Definitely. We look at Wilton's schedule through the year. They were off to almost a rocky start there, a loss, a tie, a couple of wins here and there scattered throughout. And then when they got towards the end of the season, or at least the midway point of the season, after that New Canaan game, they did not lose again until October 27th when they played the likes of Greenwich. That was 2-0. But after that New Canaan game, they tied with Ridgefield, walloped McMahon and Fairfield Ward, tied with Glastonbury, another big powerhouse school in this tournament. A team that New Canaan only got over 2-1. That was a 2-2 tie game between them and Glastonbury. They walloped again. West Hill, St. Joseph beat Brantford 2-0, and then lost to Greenwich. Went into the tournament, beat Staples, beat Paul, beat Darien, which I think is the crown jewel of their tournament run so far. And if they can notch 1 against New Canaan as a revenge game for not only the regular season, but that 2003 title game, that is going to be the brand new crown jewel for their season, and it'll really cement them as a team that can overcome anything that they face.
I think what you're seeing, again, we'll wait till this one is, keeper's not over yet, so we have a few minutes left before we start the game. What you're seeing is, again, a team that had enough and down season, really. If you look at the wins, their losses, and it looks like they're, that growing spurt happens throughout the season. And then when do you want to peak? You want to peak toward the end, and that's exactly what they did.
They certainly
peak toward the end of the season when, hey, it matters the most right now.
Yeah, you always hear coaches say we don't want to be playing our best ball, we don't want to be playing our best game in the middle of the season or throughout the regular season. It only matters those 4 games you get in the tournament. That's when you want to peak. And so far, both teams are seemingly on top of that peak right now. New Canaan's been peaked the entire season. Maybe tonight the luck runs out. You never know. It really is, as I was talking to a friend earlier today about these finals games, it's any given Sunday kind of mentality. Anything can happen any day, and that's what a lot of these teams are really hoping for in today's action. As Wilton controlling the ball, down by the 30-yard line. New Canaan will send it back along, picked up by number 4 for Wilton. Whistle blows. That was Charlotte Casaraghi.
Let's go, White! Let's go!
Again, you're seeing great midfield play with a few breakthroughs here and there.
See that New Canaan playing backwards towards their own goalkeeper. We saw this for Wilton earlier in the first quarter. They put on the offensive pressure early. New Canaan was a late bloomer for that first quarter. They're looking almost the same here in the second quarter. Maybe it's like that first game. The big adjustments don't come until halftime, and that's really when the adrenaline kicks in for those final 30 minutes.
Right. What we just saw there was like they're passing back, and Wilton's going, okay, we'll send a defender there, an offensive player there, in order to try to break up your timing of your passes. And that's exactly what you did on that last play.
And New Canaan will play it along the side, a longer pass. Now it'll be right along and out of bounds. Of course, an exciting day of field hockey with us. This is only our second of 3 scheduled broadcasts here of all 3 games. Class S is the final class to be playing their championship game. And you can see in front of the cameras the Warriors faithful rolling into Cottone Field. And Wilton and New Canaan, both teams that don't really make it up here all that often in many sports. Oh, we see a booking and a 2-minute penalty. This should be delivered, I believe, to number 4 of the Wilton Warriors, Charlotte Casaraghi. See, do we know what that was about?
There's 2 things it could have been. She wasn't 5 yards away. I didn't see what that was. I'm only guessing. 5 yards away, or she pushed just like that.
Uh-oh. And never mind, the player will slowly get up here, and she looks like she's going to be all right. I mean, when these guys are playing for championships like this, it is going to get rough. And these 2 teams are already rivals from the same conference, so rough play is being amplified by about 100 today.
We hope that the aggressive play doesn't interfere with good hockey.
Oh, and talk about good hockey. Number 2 on a big running interception. Stolen away by New Canaan. New Canaan quick to react off of that quick steal by the Warriors. As number 11, I believe that is, runs it into the circle. Trying to pass, gets knocked into her own player, I believe. The ball is set up a little too high by Wilton. Hit one of their own teammates in the shoulder.
Yep.
And New Canaan,
play,
I believe they're setting up for the 25.
Yes. No, it's a corner.
Okay. Oh, yes, the face
The foul
mask.
happened in the circle, so it's a corner.
Appears to be the 3rd one today. We have 11:20 to go in this first half of action. New Canaan set on another corner. They've not found the net yet, but they're looking for it. Here it comes. Oh, off a player for Wilton.
But it was too
Ball
high.
goes the other way.
It's dangerous hit, so Wilton gets the ball.
Let's go, Boo!
Wilton will take it from the 10. They work it out to the 25. Back inside that 20-yard line. Played out of bounds, and I believe this will stay Wilton ball.
Let's go, Ram!
Get to the sideline. And the Warriors. Ball Ball goes back to the Rams. Oh, on the line. Ball goes back to the Warriors again.
Ball was out of bounds, which gave the ball back to Wilton.
And that was right on the sideline, directly in front of that Wilton bench. See, they go inside. Taking back now. And that will be ruled Wilton ball. And so it'll be Wilton who takes control of the ball. And New
Good
Canaan gets it
defense.
back. Uh-oh. And two players go down there, and Wilton comes away with it. And the ball is deflected out of play.
It'll be a 25-yard line hit for Wilton. Again, remember the ball has to travel 5 yards for a second touch. Both teams need to be 5 yards away.
9.5 minutes to go in the first half of the contest.
Okay, over the end line, but no touch. So we have a 16-yard hit today.
9:20 now. Time continues to run out. Number 5 will come in for the Wilton Warriors. That's Samantha Slough. Took number 5 for New Canaan, also waiting for her return. Big play. Oh my goodness! A bit of a collision there. All unintentional. So now it'll be number 4 who's got it. Oh, good stop by New Canaan, playing in the circle. They got to play tough defensively here.
And it's a Wilton corner.
So the face masks will be donned for New Canaan. And I think this is the first time today that we've seen both teams in a game get a corner.
Oh yeah, and you're absolutely right.
This is the first time another team has gotten a corner, or where both teams have gotten one. So we're already reaching new heights in only the first half of our second game.
And we're seeing, obviously right now, New Canaan putting on their face masks, getting ready for the corner. Seeing both teams playing a little bit, still on the edge, still trying to figure each other out. But
and that one's lofted inside,
and
in the
it's
goal.
a
It's good. Wilton, the underdogs, have struck first with 8:04 on a corner.
we have the officials coming together. Let's make sure that the goal holds.
Oh, this could be
We're asking
overturned.
to see whether or not the ball went off somebody's leg or not.
This is going to be close. A tough first
No, the
call.
goal stands.
It stands. And Wilton leads by 1.
Now, again, the officials have our microphone. They have wires. They're listening to each other. They're able to communicate across the field. So on that case, she asked whether or not he saw something different than what she did. And as they came together and discussed the play, they said, nope, we have a good goal, and that's why that goal stands.
And the Wilton Warriors are carrying themselves into this game. It's incredible what a few big wins will do to a team's momentum. These guys have to be going crazy on that bench knowing that they've got a 1-0 lead. But like we said, it ain't over till it's over. There's a lot of field hockey to go.
We have a card, and I know what this one is for. We're going yellow, which is 5 minutes.
Oh, boy.
She encroached in the 5-yard area. This is their second time happening, so they upgrade the foul. The first time it was 2 minutes, which was a green card, which now it is a 5-minute yellow card for the same thing.
And that is Darian Lilly, number 11, getting that card. We do have confirmation from the bench. Number 6 gets the goal. That's Amelia Aboud. And I believe she was assisted by number 10, Elizabeth Kendra. So a big first goal for Wilton, but again, a lot of time left, over 30 minutes left to play in this game. Anything can happen.
This game is not over.
Absolutely
One
not.
goal is not going to score. It's not going to be the end of this game.
I don't see this game being a shutout either. I see this being back and forth, like I said in that first quarter. This is going to be close. And like I also said earlier, Wilton's going to make New Canaan sweat an awful lot in this game. And
There's a lot of work. Both teams have to work really hard during this game because it's not going to be an easy one, that's for sure.
No, but if you're coach Mary Claire Snydeker, you have to be thinking, well, this is not what I planned for the opening part of this game, especially for a team that we beat already. What do you think, from a coach's perspective, when you're playing a team you've got the better of once, you're playing twice, and now they have the lead, what's sort of the mindset to get your team back involved in the game?
All right, we have I'll answer that, man. We have a card.
Oh.
We have another card. She's sending off.
This is number 4 again.
4.
Kasaragi.
2 minutes. And I'm sure it was for pushing.
Kasaragi, for a second time, gets 2 minutes in the game. Remember, we saw her for this in the first quarter.
So they're down 2 players now. One with the 5-minute card, one with the 2-minute card.
These guys are going to be playing short-handed for the majority of the rest of this second quarter, it looks. Here's Wilton, certainly not playing like they're short-handed. These guys are charging. New Canaan gets in front, playing off from the whistle. Oh, pass is a little too far out in front. Oh, it could have been a great opportunity to strike again.
You know, and the coach wanted something on that last play, but that defensive player from Wilton, all she did was put her stick down. She didn't move her stick once it was down. And Wilton picked the ball up and almost scored on that. So,
New Canaan with a great defensive effort on that play right there. Just under 6 minutes to play. If you're just joining us, we're here from Wethersfield, Connecticut, second quarter. Wilton leads 1-0. Whistle blows. There comes Wilton in the circle. Centering pass through the stick. Through the legs, but New Canaan playing very good defensively. Five minutes now to go in the first half. New Canaan has got to do something. They've been feeling the pressure all quarter. They've got to do something to alleviate all of that and put themselves back at a tie game. I think you have to play with the mindset this is 0-0 still in order to put yourself back in control, or at least make yourself feel like you're back in control.
you know, you asked earlier today about something about if you were a coach and you were playing this team again, you know, what would you do differently? And what you can't do here is do anything different than you normally do, and you can't have your players think this is an easy walk in the park, because you have to keep everybody grounded on this kind of game.
Well, I'm sure that might have been what befell the likes of Darien in that shutout contest. I've seen firsthand here in Wethersfield us look past opponents and get burned. And you're absolutely right about trying to stay grounded for those kinds of games.
Yep, and you know, we're seeing, you know, again, 2 highly competitive teams.
Here's New Canaan.
With a lot of, you know, a lot of heart out here.
A lot of firepower as well, as we see New Canaan and Wilton going back and forth defensively here. 3:45 to go, first half running out. And Wilton with the ball in their own zone, dangerous territory. New Canaan gets it back over to number 22, who's going to let one fly up in front of the goalie. He goes across the goalie. New Canaan is going to get there before it can get to the end line. They play it over to number 5. Here come the Rams as they try to best the Warriors. And the Warriors surrounded by white shirts and a quarters awarded again to New Canaan. New Canaan and Wilton. Wilton in their 10th championship game appearance. New Canaan in their 12th overall title game appearance.
Setting up for the Canaan corner here. See what they have planned.
And they'll set it out, edge of the circle. They're playing right on the ends. Stopped by Wilton and cleared.
Great defensive play there.
Wilton is not giving an inch to this New Canaan club. And up in front, oh, laying down the body for a block. Crouched into it.
both players are back in now. Now the teams are both playing at full strength the last 2 minutes of the quarter.
And we'll see. Halftime, I believe, is going to be 7 this time, as we're hearing from the officials down on the field. And New Canaan tries to push forward. Awkward angled attack, though. Not sure what the success rate for that would have been. It's New Canaan trying to go again from that near sideline. Again, 1 white shirt, 3 blue shirts. I will say that's not a recipe for success. With 1:38 to play in this second quarter. From the edge of the circle, it's going to be Molly Reed.
Again, the ball has to travel 5 yards, which it did.
They get it out.
Before you can send it in the circle.
And Wilton, once again, plays impeccably to clear the ball. But like we said earlier in that first quarter, New Canaan blooming late in the quarter. Wilton playing aggressive early. We saw New Canaan dominate possession-wise here in this latter half. Wilton dominated possession-wise and scored early here in the second quarter. We've got 55 seconds to play until halftime. I gotta tell you, this game is going by way too quick, I think. These guys are playing their hearts out. And you can see it as it's been a high-octane, intense battle. Here's New Canaan in the circle. Scores! This game is tied! Number 8, Isabel Shue ties it with 37 seconds flat. And the New Canaan Rams have struck the equalizer.
That was a great play by the offense. They brought the ball over to the right side, and when they sent it across, they had their player who took that in.
Unbelievable with 37 seconds to go. And that was a beautiful centering pass. I mean, that was incredible. The assist was perfect. The setup was timed flawlessly. And New Canaan, I think now that they have that goal, it's going to be like when we saw Guilford play. Now they just have to play the game like they do. They've got themselves settled.
Yeah, I think you're going to see exactly what you just said. I think you're going to see New Canaan now say, oh, wait a minute. You know, what was that? We're okay. Keep to our game plan. It worked for us so far. We're 16-0. Let's keep our heads in this game.
Well, you know, both teams right now know that the other is not invincible, and that's what we're going to have to go to the proverbial locker rooms, as it'll be a 1-1 tie game at the end of half number 1. Don't go anywhere. We've got 30 more minutes of action when we return. The New Canaan Rams lead it 1. It's a tie game. The Wilton Warriors won, and the New Canaan Rams won.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what's going to go on. You're going to see the coaches now take their teams in and say, okay, what worked? What didn't work? What do we need to do better? And let's play our game plan. You know, let's get our plan together here.
All right, well, we'll be right back. Score is 1-1 when we return from Wethersfield. Well, we're back, and once again from Wethersfield, Connecticut, the side of our state championship games, the 49th annual, and it's tied at 1. Donna, what did you see throughout that first half? It's close, it's intense. What do you notice throughout?
This game is about who is going to put it all on the line for the last 30 minutes. I notice you have two teams that are well coached, who are aggressive, and are, just working through. They're just good defense, good offense, and they take advantage of opportunities that are given to them. They're not sit-back teams. You notice that. They're up and they're aggressive.
They are exactly aggressive, and this is what has been more so the tale of the tape tonight, as we're seeing that aggressiveness now as Wilton winds up for a shot. New Canaan put the stick right in there, stopped it from happening. And if you're just tuning in with us, my name is Jimmie Clark, alongside me, Donna Vavrinec.
And we're here in Wethersfield for our second game of today, watching both New Canaan and Wilton shoot it out, as you might want to call, for the
last dance of Class L.
Thank you. I got tongue-tied there for a moment.
It's happened to me more times than I can count.
What happens is I'm watching the play going, okay, good.
Hey, I mean, everybody loves some good high-heat field hockey, and that is exactly what we're seeing here today. Neither team backing down, neither team giving an inch. With 13 and a half minutes to go in the third quarter, not the final quarter, that's in about 13 minutes. We got time before that. We got time to fill.
Yeah, again, this is same as the first half. You're seeing two teams, and there's not one who's dominating the other. It's pretty much an even game,
Well, I would say, like in that first half, Wilton dominating possession early. They're in that New Canaan zone. And New Canaan, I'm betting to cover the spread on this bet to try and dominate late in the quarter.
Yep.
Or no, sorry, they're in... Shoot, am I missing something? No, they were in the New Canaan offensive zone.
Yep.
I saw them turn around and pass it almost backwards in the circle, and it got me thinking for a minute.
No, what we had is we had a foul by a player in the circle, so they had to bring the ball out, so that's what was happening.
Gotcha.
So we're resetting that play up because it wasn't set up properly. They either took the ball too far away from the designated spot, or the offense or the defense was too close. So
New Canaan coming in. Wilton with some great hand-eye by the defender to make that stop with the twig. But New Canaan not giving up yet. From an awkward angle. Inside. No, Wilton brings it out. And these guys playing very, very aggressive. Oh my goodness.
okay, ball was too high.
Way too high.
Too high. It was too high on where the ball was lifted from, and that's where the call was.
And you
At that point, it was dangerous.
And you could see those
Not
swings.
where it landed.
You could see those swings she was taking at it. It was like trying to hit a home run out there. When I say these girls are playing aggressive, that's exactly what we mean. And we've seen a number of cards already called, so.
Well, that reverse stick drive tends to bring the ball up a little bit if it's not done properly, and that's exactly what happened. The player didn't have good stick on ball, which caused that ball to be lifted.
And so now playing masterfully along the near sideline, keeping it in bounds is New Canaan. They split a defender. Ruled New Canaan ball as it went out. And number 4 sets a cross with a little too much on it. 11 minutes to go. For the Wilton Warriors, if we look back at the tail of the tape from halftime, Wilton jumps out to an early 1-0 lead. Coming late in the second quarter as we see a stoppage.
We have 2 balls on the field. We have to stop the play.
And if we look back to late in that second quarter, 37 seconds exact, New Canaan strikes the second goal. And they tie this game up. And right now they're looking to score the 3rd overall goal of the game as they're on the charge. Wilton, although, has not been giving up oh so easily.
So we have a ball right outside the circle. Again, we have to have the ball move 5 yards before we can put it in or have a second touch. It's moved, it's 5 yards. Now this New Canaan player may send that ball into the circle if she so wishes to without a penalty.
So now, we're seeing the ball go the other way towards Wilton.
No, it's a 25-yard line hit. It went off
Oh.
Wilton. So New Canaan gets the ball back at the 25-yard line.
Well, I am oh so glad you're here because without you, I would have gotten that one wrong.
Yeah, I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
And so, state championship on the line. 9:56 to go in this third quarter and counting. Man, oh man, is this just getting closer and closer each passing moment. Gonna come down to the wire. I'm betting it does come down to the wire the way these two teams played through the first half. This is going to be a wire-to-wire toss-up on both ends today.
I think it's going to be who makes the first mistake in the defensive end, obviously, whether it be on a breakaway shot or a scramble in front of the cage. But we're going to find that it's definitely has to do with who's going to make that first error out there.
So it's almost who blinks first in tonight's game is gonna come away as the runner-up. 9 minutes now to go. Seeing this contest continue onward, Wilton rifles it up to New Canaan. The New Canaan Rams bringing it along.
I'll tell you, Wilton has a lot of speed.
They do.
Their defenders, you know, the ball's crossing field, and their defenders are right up there. Here we go. New Canaan player.
We talk about speed and just watch this series of events right here. How quick they brought the ball from coast to coast, almost Rhode Island to California on that kind of play. That's how far across the field they were running from.
And the Canaan defense in the circle is pretty stout. They're out there, you know, they have set plays when they come out of that transition, so they know where to put that ball on defense right away to their offensive players.
And their very last line of defense is absolutely phenomenal, as I said. New Canaan in that circle, that is clutch time for them. And they come up big in that area. As New Canaan on a running stop there, Wilton tries to wrestle it away. New Canaan plays it perfectly to their advantage. You can see they keep 3 back there, almost near the circle, or 2 back by the circle at all times. They're not moving, if you can see that right now. And here comes Wilton, New Canaan on the charge. They split the defenders. Ooh, whistle blows, Wilton ball. On an absolutely tremendous afternoon for field hockey in the Nutmeg State. An even more tremendous game being played out with 7:20 to go in the third quarter. 1-1 the score, Rams and Warriors. And don't forget, the next game, the final game of the afternoon, will be Class S. Number 4, North Brantford. Number 2, Stonington will meet in the Class S finale to finish up our broadcast day here on the NFHS Network.
Well, you're right. It's been a great day for field hockey. The weather's cool enough, so players out there don't have to worry about, you know, hydrating as much for being, you know, being hot. You know, we love to play this game in this kind of weather.
Oh, and a solid move by
Solid
Wilton.
tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. It was stick was on the ground.
Oh, here comes Wilton on the charge. Setting up. Oh, it's just in front of the post. Right across the woodwork. And New Canaan incredibly lucky. Corner is awarded to Wilton. They're going to see a deflection. And I can't imagine. That was a delayed call for that corner, but nonetheless, big break for Wilton, and I'm sure that has to be the right call.
Remember now, both officials are wired, so they're able to talk to one another and communicate things. If one official misses something, the other one can say, you know, I have this call, but the ultimate call is from the official who's in that area. But, you know, when you work together as a group of officials, I trust my partner. I tell them, if you see something, tell me, because I could get blocked out. And then I'm just going to go with what you have unless I'm like holding my whistle or if there's something else happening out there. But, Yeah, you have two very experienced officials out here today who are communicating with each other throughout this game, and you have to. Look at how fast this game is moving up and down the field.
Absolutely. An astonishing save during that by New Canaan, which clears the corner. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. It looks like, to me, unless something absolutely astonishing happens in these next 5 minutes, this game will be decided in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. New Canaan gets the ball. This third quarter, I did say Wilton dominated possession early. They sort of made me eat those words. This has been like a seesaw for the second half. Someone has come out and made big adjustments for the second half of this contest. New Canaan trying a crossing pass. Wilton is right there. They play it masterfully. But New Canaan, no quit on that play. They bring the ball back. It's taken away by Wilton. Down along the sideline, out of bounds on the Warriors, and the girls in white and red take the ball. New Canaan bringing up the near sideline. Looking for it along the end line.
And you'll notice there's no time wasted. Once that whistle blows, they look at arm direction, or if they know it's their call, they put the ball down, and then they play.
Yeah, these guys are getting every last second, and they've earned every last second as New Canaan stops the Wilton rush.
They use a self-pass to get the play moving quickly, and then from that self-pass, they'll pass the ball or continue upfield.
Here comes New Canaan going up the field now from that far sideline. Played in front. New Canaan with a shot. It's on. A corner is awarded. Great defensive effort by Wilton, but they do not avoid giving up the corner. And the New Canaan Rams are presented with a late scoring opportunity in the third quarter with just under 4 minutes to play.
Sub coming in. She can't sub in until after the corner has been initiated, so they're waiting to get onto the field.
They're down like sprinters on the blocks, ready to go, and they're off. Number 13 has had it. Wilton, big defensive play, whistle blows, Wilton ball. With that self-pass, like you said, they move it back inward. Up to the girl in front. Wilton is going to battle for it, but New Canaan's all over it. The defensive efforts of number 12, Kira Cooney, making beautiful defensive efforts on every single play. It's almost like she's there every time.
She's coming in from the line.
Off the foot, Wilton ball. And this has been a great defensive game. We've talked a lot about the offensive prowess, but I mean the defensive prowess by New Canaan and Wilton to get those stops midfield and right at the last line of defenses, right inside the circle. It's absolutely incredible to watch.
Yeah, both teams' defenses have come to play. They collapse when they need to. They converge in the middle of the field to take the ball away and change direction.
And so, let's see. Look now as New Canaan. Oh, good defensive move by Wilton, but it looks like it got hooked onto her leg.
Yeah, right up her shin.
With 2 minutes now to go, this is going to be crunch time for both teams.
Remember I told you about set plays, when the New Canaan set plays on a hit outside like that.
Wilton looking for it. Play it a little too high on the far sideline. They rein it back in. And so now, back along the New Canaan. The Rams working it from the 40. Trying to get it back. The 10. And so now, Wilton trying to push forward. They got a big opportunity. And again, that is...
There's New Canaan's defense saying nope.
Again, it was off the stick of Kira Cooney. Makes the stop.
And now New Canaan is on the attack. This is really a very well played even game that way. One team is attacking,
next play turns around and you're seeing the opposite team attacking. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is kind of interesting.
So these guys playing constantly a nice back and forth. 33 seconds to go, played inside. New Canaan trying to get desperately that last opportunity. "17 seconds, T-minus. See Wilton play the sideline, and it looks like we should be heading to the fourth quarter with a true and honest toss-up. You know, I don't think anybody at the start of the tournament saw this one coming.
I know I did not.
Well, that is 3 in the books. The final round is coming up next. We've got the Rams and the Warriors. They meet for a final set of 15 minutes. If a winner still hasn't been decided, we'll see the likes of overtime. But let's hope this one ends up in regulation.
How many times do I have to tell you to stop with the overtime?
Hey, I'm a big fan of extra time being played in games. I'm actually offended by the CCC, our Central Connecticut Conference, not letting us play overtime in the regular season. I think it's a crime to end games in the United States, and it's high. I like seeing the overtime. It's intense, it's high impact, sudden death. That's the way I like it.
You know, I like the 7v7 also, I'll be honest with you, because it's a wide open game, you know, because you're only going to have so much time to get the ball in the cage, and when you're 7v7, there's a lot of room to carry. So you'll see a lot of breakaways. I like the one they can fake the goalie out, you know, and then the goalie go, no, I gotcha. So, but today, let's just try to get to the end of the game.
Well, would it be acceptable in the last game, considering that every game would have started on time by then? Would it be acceptable in the class? That's fine.
I don't know. I kind of like the way that hockey's supposed to be played. 4 quarters.
All right. Well, we've got about a minute to go. And so, I'm going to just take the rosters out from the mic stand as we're working on some sound quality here for you guys for the final quarter. And of course, that's when it's most important. When it's tied, final quarter, gotta love that stuff.
Players or coaches are trying to figure out, what can we do? What can we do? What do we have to do?
Well, personally,
How to get our teams up. Go ahead.
Personally, I think if you're Wilton, you're dominating on the early going of the quarter. But you're not following through when you get midway, when you get to the end of the quarter. And I think if you're New Canaan, you let them play that way. Because by the end of the quarter, they're going to be gassed. They're going to be tired. That's your time to turn it up, strike the back of the net, walk out of here. Perfect season, perfect championship run. If you're Wilton and you're trying to win this game, I say you've got to play a little bit more balanced throughout the entire quarter. Don't dominate in the early going. Don't tire yourself out. Don't punch yourself out, I guess you could say. Play balanced the whole way. You'll catch New Canaan way more off guard.
Yeah, a few games that I have seen of New Canaan this year, that's exactly what happened. You know, teams that would, you know, give it all, you know, work really hard the first 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, New Canaan wasn't gassed yet, and they were just able to dominate with just speed. So it'll be interesting this quarter.
New Canaan on the pass back. They'll set it in, and the Warriors are looking for something here. They'll play it along, and here's Wilton trying to get there. Again, aggressive style of play in the early set. See number 25, he's out, or she's out there. Lofted way high into the air, down by the 50.
And that was dangerous, so they're going to bring that ball back up where the danger happened.
This is a big opportunity for Wilton. And of course, again, if you're Wilton, you don't have to dominate so early on in the quarter. You just have to play very, very balanced. This is a New Canaan team with a lot of stamina, a lot of conditioning done into the offseason. So these guys have a perfect chance.
And again, she had to move that ball 5 yards before she was able to send it into the circle, and she did that successfully. But then New Canaan was able to get the ball back. So,
well, with a minute elapsed in this fourth quarter, we see the New Canaan Rams bringing it upward. And Wilton on there defensively, 2-on-1 to try and take the ball.
Ball must have went up into the hand or the foot of the New Canaan girl because Wilton received the ball back.
And with Wilton playing it short and then trying to play it long. And, you know, we saw more of them playing the long ball in that first quarter more than anything. They're not playing so many long passes from the back in the second, third, and fourth than when they did in the fifth. And it was a strategy that was working for the most part in generating those offensive chances. Wilton hasn't been taking all that many of shots lately. Do you think you go back to that well that you had in the first quarter, knowing that you can, in fact, score on New Canaan?
I think so. I think they've also are not going to send that ball down the field. That's just, well, then there they go. Because they have an offensive player down there. But New Canaan's defense just is going to collapse on it.
And New Canaan's defense is exactly what they do. But this one's played across the goalie, and Wilton is racing towards it, towards the flag, and it's out of play. New Canaan will get the ball with 12:40 to go in the fourth quarter here on the NFHS Network. So glad you could join us for a Saturday afternoon of action for the conclusion of the Field Hockey Championships. And of course, this is only game 2 of 3. We've got one more. And if game 1 was good and game 2 was this good, I'm seeing a trend for game 3.
Can't wait to see what game 3 is all about. But you're right, game 1 was what a great game that was. A defensive stand. And here we are in game number 2, and we have 2 really evenly matched teams, I think, that are just battling it out.
Yeah, I really don't think that, you know, the ranking kind of represents Wilton well enough. The way these guys played in the end of the season, end of the tournament as well, they really, I think they deserved a higher seeding. But when you get tough teams all in a row like Wilton did, all upset victories, you're really looking for that 4th, knowing you could do 3.
I think it really says a lot about the play down in the CIAC that they brought 2 teams out of their league to get to the championship. I believe they had 4 games, 4 teams in the semifinals. They actually, again, these teams have seen each other. They play a lot of the same brand of hockey. So it's hard to say, okay, one team is going to beat the other, you know, easily, because it just doesn't happen. Every game is hard fought. Every game.
Oh, here's New Canaan. We'll put that on hold. Kick saved by Wilton. And sorry to cut you off back there, but that was a huge chance for the for the Rams. Jeez, here it comes in again. Back of the net, but that was beyond the circle.
No, it's a 25-yard hit in.
Wow.
It looks like it was hit by maybe a Wilton player, put it over the end line. That's why it was a 25-yard hit in.
With deflection in the back of the net, they score! New Canaan with 10.5 to go in the game. It's 2-1 Rams.
That was a pretty play. It came in from the sideline, about the 20-yard line.
And a little foreshadowing on that disallowed goal, I guess.
I think so. It's like, okay, we brought it across. Make sure you're set up on that weak side post, and that's exactly what the player was. She was sitting there on that weak side post and deflected it in.
And if we remember all the way back to 2003, the final score of that New Canaan-Wilton championship game, 2-1 New Canaan. New Canaan's in that same position again, a multitude of years later. And all they've got to do is hang on to it for another 10.5 minutes, and they'll do it all over again.
I get nervous now. You know, I never count these teams out. I never count anybody out, but we'll see how if Wilton can answer that call, answer that goal back.
We'll see what they are up to. I have faith, actually, that Wilton will, in fact, answer them. I mean, Wilton scored first back in the second quarter. New Canaan scored second. I think goals are going to be reversed here. And here's Wilton trying to prove that statement correct. The pass should be picked up before the end line. They play it in off a New Canaan player. Corner awarded. This is a huge rebound chance for the Wilton Warriors.
You know, you got me kind of excited about 7v7 now, but now I don't know.
I knew it works. You just got to wear people down sometimes. 9.5 minutes almost to go. The face masks are to be donned, and Wilton talking it over, mulling it over in the huddle. They break up, and they're ready to go. They'll take it from the near corner side. How do they react? How does New Canaan's defense react? You can see him poised on the 50-yard line, ready to make a sprint all the way up there. New Canaan, played a little too high, but still in play. Trying to loft it over the goalie. Another corner is given.
Okay, that ball was lofted up off the keeper's pads, right into a body of a Wilton player. So we are going to have another
corner. And so we do understand Isabel Shue scores that second goal for New Canaan. Big play for the Rams, trying to claim a Class L championship. That one's sent in. It's loose out in front of a diving goalie. Clear the corner. New Canaan tries to clear it a little further, and Wilton will pick it up on the sideline, but they send it right into a trap set by the New Canaan Rams. Off the stick of a Wilton player, off again. Ball remains Wilton way. My goodness. I gotta say, this might be more exciting than that first title game, I will say. Only a one-goal game, still some time to go, and Wilton making mad attacks. Just flurries of chances coming their way. And speaking of chances, New Canaan is there to deny that one.
They're stepping up. New Canaan's defense is stepping up because they can feel the momentum of shifting over to Wilton. And Wilton saying, we need to get something right away. We don't have much time to delay.
And so, with Wilton now, they're going to send this over the sideline. That's a big blow to the Wilton Warriors. 7.5 minutes and a possible 7.5 minutes away from the end of the game, but you never know. Wilton's got that 7.5 minutes to work some magic. New Canaan working it up. And whistle blows. New Canaan ball. And you were an official for quite some time. When the action gets heated like this, and we'll actually put that on hold, as here's Wilton up with a chance. They'll try and split the defenders here. And they'll work it to the high sideline. Now coming along are the Warriors looking to tie. Played off.
Ball went right up the New Canaan stick, right into her body, so it was Wilton ball.
Looks like they're going to stop play a little bit more. Wait for something specific, I believe. Maybe they jumped the gun.
Yeah, I think she wasn't 5 yards away, maybe, or she didn't have it on the correct spot.
Possibly. And ball goes the other way. So now I have the opportunity to ask this. You are an official in some pretty big, championship games yourself. What was it like in these kinds of situations as an official trying to keep cool in something high intensity like this?
Well, most officials in games like this are going to do just what these two officials are doing. They stay calm in the midst of the storm. You let the storm go around you, and you're the one cool person in that storm. And that's what you're supposed to do as an official. You be impartial, keep yourself cool, stay focused in the game, be able to read players' movement, read their reaction, and then if you need to, make a call, then you make sure that that call is one that, is the right call and doesn't have any impact on the game. So, these two people are pretty experienced. They're not only high school officials, but they're also college officials. So I know that they're very calm, and I know them personally, so I know that they're very calm people.
Gotcha. And so, with that, 5:20 remains in the game, and Wilton has been dominating possession for the latter half of this fourth quarter, despite giving up the goal to New Canaan. The Rams lead by 1, 2-1 the score. New Canaan is going to get the ball. For Wilton, you came this far. You're so close to tasting the gold after a long season of upsets here and there. as New Canaan charging down the field. You can't quite give up yet. As New Canaan inside the circle, looking for a third goal. Does it trickle through? Poked away, rebound, scores! 23 gets the goal. Molly Mitchell, the captain, and New Canaan takes a 3-1 lead. A big chance and a lot of breathing room for New Canaan.
Big flurry in front of the cage that time. The keeper went down on the initial shot. Ball being deflected around by both the offense and defense, and finally New Canaan was able to break through and see a piece of the net, put that ball in the cage.
New Canaan, 4.5 minutes just about left in this contest. If this result holds, they finish the season a perfect 20-0 and Class L champions. So Molly Mitchell getting that goal.
And now it's going to be a fight to the finish.
New Canaan, they're looking for more. They're hungry. They're going to play it very forward. Into the circle again. Do we see the same flurry? A little crouch block from Wilton. Stopping the clock here with 4:01. We'll see what this is about. Possibly something related to the crouch block we saw. .401 to go in this fourth.
It's obstruction and a hook outside the circle. So we have, let me just see what we're having. Clock is off, right? Clock is off here. She called timeout. And then what happened was they had simultaneously fouls by both teams.
So offsetting penalties.
And it seems that because they're going to give a bully. So
it's called a bully?
That's called a bully.
I just thought it was a face-off.
No, in field hockey they're called bullies. Remember now, field, ice, two different things.
Yes,
here, just
very,
to help
very
you out
different.
there. One's green, one's white.
All right, I get the
I have
picture.
to help you here with this lingo. You know what I'm saying here?
Oh man, this is fun. I don't know why they didn't let me do this years earlier.
Or me. I'm having a good time too. So.
Look at the team we're making here. First time broadcasters of state finals, and we're making it work perfectly. Almost as perfectly as that defensive challenge from New Canaan. Wilton takes it back though. New Canaan working with the ball from around the 44. Being brought back. Here's Wilton. The Warriors tuck it through. Up to number 5, Samantha Slough.
Yep. What you had is a hook by Wilton. Gave the ball back to New Canaan. Now New Canaan is going to go back to their game plan. We're going to pass corners.
And oh, look at that. Wilton on another challenge with a good takeaway. Up the far sideline. They've got a chance to close the gap. Beautiful kick save by New Canaan. And the Rams, I believe, retain possession.
Yep, the 25-yard hit coming in.
Ah, that's true. Never mind.
There you go.
I saw the hand go that way. I figured it was...
Well, that's the signal for a 25 because you got to get it out there.
Ah, that's right. And Wilton, I believe, will retain.
Yep, we have a free hit outside the circle.
A little self-pass to get the play moving. 2:26 to go. Inside the circle now. Wilton is down by 2. Big opportunity. New Canaan on the takeaway there. Granted by the whistle. Oh, beautiful play defensively by Wilton. They were waiting on it. Corner awarded. It's not over yet with 2 minutes to go. What do you think, Donna? A goal a minute? That possible?
Goal a minute. I have seen it. I've seen it right the last second of the game. You want to say, oh my God, how did they put that in there? That's why you play it to the final second of the clock.
Yeah, you don't play till that final whistle or the final horn.
That's what we do. Well, this corner will be key. We'll see whether or not they can put it in the cage or not.
So you say this is a deciding factor.
This is a pretty key corner right here.
Oh, good move to pull the ball back. Inside. Oh, cleared away. New Canaan's going to get there. And the Rams set it forward. Up to number 2.
Got a 2-on-1 break here.
Can they add one more to lock it away? With under a minute and a half to play. Centering pass. Fires it out. Just wide.
Got a 2-on-1. Did the right thing, centered it across. It was just too far ahead of her trail.
And we have 60 seconds before the end of this game. That's still enough time for 2 big charges by Wilton. They're not out of it quite yet.
Canaan retains possession. We'll see what they do with the clock. They're still being aggressive.
New Canaan doesn't want to give any semblance of an inch to the Wilton Warriors here. The Warriors who jumped out to a 1-0 lead. New Canaan came and brought it back. And it looks like in the next 30 seconds, that comeback, that first goal with 37 seconds to go in the first half, will have been the critical deciding factor in today's game. With now 10 seconds to go, and it's looking like New Canaan is once again on the top of the proverbial mountain. The Rams have won against the Wilton Warriors, the 2021 Class M state champs, the Rams of New Canaan. The Class L champs.
What a great game out there. We fought 2 teams that fought right to that last second. Again, another game, the score doesn't really indicate how close this game was.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the overarching theme of the contests today. Number 1, New Canaan, though, a 20-0 season. A 20-0 season. Can you believe that?
No, I don't think maybe I have, but that's a lot of games. In field hockey, 20 games to get through the whole season with the schedule that you have in order to win every single one of them is a testament to their team, their coaching staff, and their whole spirit of their school behind them, because you know you can't do this by yourself. So you know the school community was also behind them.
And 5 years ago it was that the New Canaan Rams won their last field hockey championship against the likes of the Guilford Grizzlies by a score of 3-1. Both teams today have each won a championship. How ironic is that?
Well, you know, they always say some of the programs that, you know, have been in this the longest, you know, they get used to being in these kind of situations and can handle the pressure a little bit more. But it really is a great state tournament so far. I've got to tell you that.
Yeah, this has been a phenomenal tournament to watch, and I'm so glad that we've been able to bring all this action to you so far today. But don't you go anywhere just yet. This was just the matinee performance. Now it's time for some prime time. Number 4, North Brantford, the Thunderbirds, led by Babby Nunn, will take on the Stonington Bears, ranked number 2 by Genituccio out of the ECC, as they take on a member of the Shoreline Conference in North Brantford. That will be your final state championship game of the day in Class S.
And I'm excited because I haven't seen either of these 2 teams all year long, but I know both of their coaches, and I know both what they put into their programs. They really are an exciting team, both teams to watch.
It looks like we're going to
shake hands.
Looks like we will see one of my favorite parts of the end of a season, the handshake line. I'm not sure if they're maybe skipping that today. I guess not.
Oh, maybe because of COVID.
Oh, yes. God, I gotta say, that really just, that irks me so much that we don't have that tradition right now. So, the handshake line, thanks COVID.
Better safe than sorry. You know
It's
what I
true,
have to say?
but
Better safe than sorry. So, exciting day for Fairfield County field hockey, an exciting day for both the Wilton Warriors and their community and the New Canaan Rams and their community.
And what a phenomenal season this was by the likes of the Wilton Warriors. I mean, these guys were absolutely great all season long. They had their ups and downs. They came in and they beat some of the best teams. And then we'll send it out to Sharon Reynolds, the PA announcer, for the trophy presentation.
Both teams with their awards at this time. Assisting with the awards presentation are members of the CIAC Field Hockey Committee. They are Bob Hale, the chairman of the CIAC Field Hockey Committee and former Westbrook High principal. Carol Jansen, the CIAC Field Hockey Committee member and former principal at McGee Middle School. Maureen Perkins, CIAC Field Hockey Committee member and Glastonbury High School field hockey coach. Cookie Brummage, the CIAC Field Hockey Committee and former Enfield High School field hockey coach. And Dawn O'Neill, the CIAC Field Hockey Tournament Director. First, for the runner-up medals for the Class L championship game, the medals go to the players from Wilton High School. They begin number 1, Haley Costello. Number 2, Nola Ryder. Number 3, Natasha Ring. Number 4, Charlotte Casaraghi. Number 5, Samantha Slow. Number 6, Amelia Abud. Number 7, Sophie Essig. Number 8, Catherine Costanzo. Number 9, Riley Fitzgerald. Number 10, Elizabeth Kendra. Number 11, Darianne Lilly. Number 12, Catherine Stein. Number 13, Hannah Fitzgerald. Number 14, Catherine Umfred. Number 15, Eleanor Noonan. Number 16, Julia Elmsry. Number 17, Megan Haney. Number 18, Kaylee Berghaus. Number 19, Ashley Masterson. Number 20, Abigail Dolan. Number 21, Ria Raniwala. Number 22, Ella Christ. Number 23, Katie Ferguson. Number 24, Ashlyn Conway. Number 98, Emily Johnson. And number 99, Eva Filipponi. And the Class L runner-up plaque goes to the team captains and coaching staff of Wilton High School. Congratulations. And now for the first place medals for the Class L championship game. The medals go to the players from New Canaan High School. Beginning with 00, Ellie Rosen. Number 1, Sophie Austin. Number 2, Carolyn Barron. Number 3, Abigail Richardson. Number 4, Shauna Ferrero. Number 5, Molly Reed. Number 6, Elizabeth Parkhill. Number 7, Rachel Ulino. Number 8, Isabel Shue. Number 9, Catherine O'Connell. Number 10, Sunny Jane Holland. Number 11, Catherine Haddad. Number 12, Kira Cooney. Number 13, Zoe Bennett. Number 14, Isabella Semino. Number 15, Abby Diamond. Number 16, Isabella Dial. Number 18, Amanda Benson. Number 22, Lucy Parsons Hills. Number 23, Molly Mitchell. Number 24, Taylor Cloud. Number 25, Polly Parsons Hills. Number 26, Izzy Appelt. And number 33, Grace Gilman. And now the Class L championship plaque goes to the team captains and coaching staff of New Canaan High School.
Well, here it is for the second time today. Another championship presented, and for the first time in 5 whole years, the New Canaan Rams are champs again. And certainly what a game, and again, it was another game where the scoring line doesn't really reflect how this game went.
Yeah, I think that this was really, and I said it all throughout the contest, it was a well-fought match, pretty evenly matched. Sometimes Wilton dominated, sometimes New Canaan dominated, and the scoreboard looking at it and saying, oh wow, New Canaan must have just dominated the whole game, and that's just not so. I mean, those last two goals came in the last quarter, correct? You know, so it was a pretty evenly matched game, which could have gone any way, but New Canaan just came out a little stronger, a little more preserved. Help me with the word.
Is it berserk?
No, that's okay. Came through the game and persevered. Thank you. I lost it in my head, you know. Sometimes that happens to all of us, and we're able to come away the winners today. Great tribute to both programs. Wilton, who we didn't know that they were going to be able to get this far, but I guess they did. They proved it. They showed us. And New Canaan, who was, 12-0 going into the season. So kudos to both programs. Well played match.
Yeah, and I will say that is true dominance. A 20-0 season. That's one for the record books right there. All right, we'll get you back in about 20 or so minutes as North Brantford will take on Stonington. That will be Stonington and North Brantford, the Class S Championship final game. It'll be our final broadcast of the afternoon. Until then, I'm Jimmie Clark.
And I'm Donna Vavrinec.
And we'll see you very soon.